What's going on, guys? So, been a great Easter so far. Went to the in-laws, had some really good turkey and spiral ham. Haven't really had any carbs today though, because yesterday was cheat day. But I did head to my wife's gym because my gym was closed. We both went to her gym and had a great workout. It was arm day. It was a great workout. But so good news, bad news on this. So some of you came along for the ride on the video I did where I went shopping on Joma Shop's website. I ordered 4 fragrances. Good news is they're here. Bad news is not all of them are here. So Chrome Intense, for some reason, did not get included in my order. I emailed them, haven't heard back yet. So hopefully this week my 50 ml of Chrome Intense that I paid for will show up at my home. But for the time being, we do have some Hermes bangers of sorts. Eau Givree, H24 EDP, and then Chrome. Whoop. And we dropped it. Chrome EDP, which I have been slowly over the last several days wearing out my decant of. I'm almost out of my Chrome EDP decant. It has grown on me. I like it much more than when I did a review on it. So we're going to bust these open and smell them because these two I've only smelled one time on test strips with Justin. So I haven't really smelled them on skin. I may have smelled them on skin, but I don't remember them well enough. And then this one, I mean, we'll just look around the bottle. I've been spraying this one a lot lately through my decant. So that was kind of a long-winded intro. Let's get into it. Stay tuned. So, we'll start with Terre Eau Givree. So, a lot of you have heard me say how the Terre fragrances just don't work for me on my skin. I've tried most of them, and the way the vetiver is just doesn't smell right on my skin. Well, this is the one, so I have smelled this one on skin. This is the only one that's ever appealed to me on my skin. And my man EQ over at Quality Fragrances raves about this. In the video where I did the online shopping, I blamed him fully for this purchase. So yeah, we're gonna bust this one open first and give it a spray because I know it's Citron, has kind of a fizzy grapefruit kind of thing going for it. Frosted on the back side of the glass. Here we go. Picked this up for $95 from Joma Shop. Last I checked, they were sold out. I'll have links below. I'm not sure if it's back in stock. But let's have a little fun and smell this beautiful, bright, freshy. Oh, and it is just that. Beautiful, fresh, zesty. Mouth-watering, sharp and zesty. Believable, like mouth-smacking type of grapefruit smell. I know it's Citron, but it has the sharpness of grapefruit. Or Citron, it's this lemony grapefruit type of smell. This is in the vibe and genre of like a Dior Homme cologne, Mercedes-Benz cologne, Chanel L'Homme Sport cologne, like these super mega fresh citrus dominant designers. This is their version of that. This is Hermes's, which they have a bunch of other ones, the d'Orange and stuff like that. But as far as the Terre Hermes line, this is that flanker. This is an addictive scent. This is a very highly complimented type of DNA for hot weather. This is a refreshing fragrance on a super hot summer's day. This is so addicting to just sniff and sniff and sniff. God. There's a little fresh woodiness in the backdrop. That's the vetiver for this DNA, which it's not, I don't think it's the exact same vetiver that's in the other flankers. It could be, and maybe just the way it's composed, it comes across differently on my skin. It does have a bit of that Terre Hermes DNA to it, but I would say this veers the furthest from the DNA of the original of the flankers that I've tried. I haven't tried every single one. I haven't tried the Parfum, for example. Eau Très Fresh I've tried. The Eau de Parfum, the Eau de Toilette, those are the ones I've experienced on my skin. There's a little bit of earthiness to this woodsy vetiver smell, but it's so fresh. There's no way it can get super earthy here, even in the deep dry down. I just can't imagine. Mouth watering. It's literally making my mouth water. This is gorgeous. If you get an opportunity to sample this one at any given time, I highly suggest and encourage you to do so. I'm glad to have a 100 ml bottle of this. This will be pretty heavy in the rotation this summer because this is freaking amazing. Next, I have a 100 milliliter tester, which was $55, $60, 65, right around 60 bucks. For a pretty new release, I wore the Eau de Toilette the other day. The Eau de Toilette is fantastic. Got all this stuff from the cardboard on here, but I have a 50 ml of the Eau de Toilette. Love, love, love it. Here, what I remember about it, it's much richer, a little bit fruitier, like a dense juniper type of smell. We'll take a look at the notes in just a minute. When we go into the dry down to rate these, we'll take a brief look at the notes. Actually, I'll have put them on screen because we're just going to guess it here. So, God, this is so good. Eau Givree, I can't stop smelling it. It's so freaking good. Great, great atomizer. This one's a little different. It's a little bit stranger than the Eau de Toilette. So I believe they're going to do with this line like they did with this line. And we're going to end up with 5, 6, 7, 8 flankers, something like that. And that's a renowned line. And I think before long, that will be the same here. Because I think the Eau de Toilette's a banger. And this one's actually better. There's a little bit of an earthy floral tone to this one. It's a little bit sweeter than the original, but it still has that metallic smell. It's just not near as fresh as the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette, crazy fresh, has this green citrus feel to it, even though there's no citrus listed. It's a 3-note note breakdown. I believe they went 3 notes again on what they released in the note pyramid for this. Yeah, it's got this weird metallic, earthy floral smell, a little woodsy, but it just works. This is such a strange fragrance. And some of you have heard me say when there's certain strange fragrances that just speak to me. And this is one of them. This, as well as the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette is way fresher, though. I don't think it's too redundant to own both the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum, because there's different times of the year I would wear this one. This one is not built for the summertime, in my opinion, whereas the Eau de Toilette will shine in the summertime. Both are great for spring. I would consider this more of an evening wear appropriate scent in the spring and fall, where the Eau de Toilette, I think, is a better daytime scent for early fall if you're in a warmer climate, and then springtime, like right now. It still has the original's DNA. Like I said, that I believe it's a narcissus note, is this strange floral that's in the DNA. It's kind of hard to describe, but it does have an earthy floral tone, very earthy tone, and then this metallic smell. That's kind of, I think, what is going to be the basis, kind of the thumbprint for the DNA for H24. I really enjoy this one because it's just so strange. It's just so strange. I could see some people not liking it. It's definitely a polarizing type of smell. There's going to be people that swear by it, like myself. And there's people that are going to not understand the love it gets at all. But that's one of the things that I respect about what they're doing with this line is they're stepping outside of the box, kind of like how Gucci does a lot of the times. Gucci will step outside the box with their designer fragrances. Hermes seems to be doing the same. This is good stuff. I'm digging it. I'll be wearing it probably in the next couple of days. H24 Eau de Parfum. Last but not least, we have Chrome Eau de Parfum. Like I said, I went through most of 3 ml of a decant. I got a little over an ml left, roughly. This basically smells like, kind of like a, I don't want to say watered down, but a very similar take to Acqua di Gio Profondo Lights with the greenery. Still has that aquatic tone. It basically smells like Chrome's take on that scent profile. Kind of like how Chrome Extreme smells like Chrome mixed with Profondo. This smells like Chrome mixed with Profondo Lights, and why is it being hell to open the damn box? 50 ml is plenty for me. I want to say it. I forgot exactly how much I paid. It would be a link down below. But the bottle's gorgeous. I've always liked the Chrome bottle, but this blue to clear gradients, that's just some pretty looking stuff right there. Yeah, that's quite pretty. So atomizers lined up. Give a little spritz right there. I mean, I literally sprayed my hand last night. Very familiar with this. It has that clean metallic citrus shower gel smell of the original with some added greens. There's a piney green, slight earthy tone, but more fresh and piney green smell overall. A little bit of a woodsy tone. Yeah, it's a solid fragrance. I don't think it's the best version of Chrome, but it's top 5 for sure. And there's, 15 or 20 versions of Chrome at this point, and I would say it's in the top 5 for sure. I've heard wonderful things about the Parfum, the newest release. I heard it's much more green than this one even. I will get that one eventually. I'll probably sleep on it for a while and wait for it to get to discounters and get a bit cheaper, like I did with this one, because I said if I could get this one for under 40 bucks, I would grab it, and I paid like 35 for this 50 ml, something like that. Cool with that price point. It just smells good. If you've ever liked Chrome or anything about the Chrome DNA or any of the flankers, it's true to the DNA. I wouldn't say it's directly just a higher oil concentration version of the original. There's definitely some green notes added to it. Like I said, think Chrome mixed with Profondo Lights. If you're familiar with Profondo Lights, it's kind of what you get here. And this is definitely the best looking bottle in the line, though. In my opinion, of course. It's very subjective. Just like the scent is, the visual appeal is subjective just as much. It's an art form visually and olfactive. It's a solid fragrance. You're not gonna, there's no mold breaking, award winning DNA that hasn't been done before here, but it just smells really good for a pretty affordable price, and I'm happy to add to the collection. I slowly acquire all these Chrome fragrances little by little. I'm gathering them up. It's a solid release. It's Azzaro Chrome Eau de Parfum. Man, I really wish Chrome Intense would have came in. That's the one I've never smelled before that I would have liked to have gotten my nose on. That was the true blind buy in this group. But let's go ahead and give a rating. So they've had a little bit of time to dry down. This is Terre de Hermes Eau Givree. Probably the most addictive scent in this video. Not probably. It is the most addictive scent in this video. So zesty, fresh, and mouth-watering with a little bit of this earthy, woodsy tone. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is a beautiful fragrance. I think for a freshie, this is outstanding for a freshie. Terre de Hermes Eau Givree is a 9 out of 10 fragrance. This is magnificent. This is one of the best designer freshies to come out in a while that doesn't smell exactly like everything else, still maintains kind of a true identity to the DNA for which it's in the line of Terre de Hermes, but I've never come across a Terre de Hermes fragrance that spoke to me to make me want to wear it like this one. That's one of the main reasons it gets a 9 out of 10. Hermes H24 Eau de Parfum. So, it's, as it dries, this is probably the truest of Eau de Parfum flankers. One of the truest forms I've smelled in a long time, where it literally just smells like a richer, slightly darker take on the lighter oil concentration, the eau de toilette. You sacrifice some of the freshness, but that the earthiness is enhanced for that same floral note. It still has a little bit of a woodsy tone to it, but it's still metallic and green. It just sacrifices a little bit of freshness. This is a true eau de parfum flanker. That alone is very much appreciated for me personally, and it's one that not everybody's going to agree with this rating, because not everybody's going to like this DNA, because it is a polarizing, kind of strange, chemically synthetic, but high quality chemically synthetic smell. If that makes any sense, that's kind of the way I feel it's best to describe H24's DNA. I love this stuff. I love the eau de toilette. I love the eau de parfum. It's great. It's an 8.5 out of 10. H24, I'm telling you, if you haven't tried the eau de toilette or the eau de parfum, you're really missing out. $5 less will get you a 100 ml tester of the eau de toilette. Not too redundant to have them both. There's situations for both. If you like the DNA, if you love either one, I would say it's worth having both. But if you're just looking for one, this is superior. But it also depends on your climate. If you're in a humid climate, the eau de toilette might be better for you. And last but not least, Chrome EDP. It's a beautiful shower gel scent with some green aspects to it. It's basically chrome. Richer take on chrome, like a thicker chrome smell with some piney green aspects to it. It's literally that simple. Is it the best version of chrome? Like I said before, no. But it's one of. It's one of the best. I would put this in the top 5 easily. I still prefer Aqua and Extreme to this. Even Pure. I think I prefer Pure over this one as well. Haven't tried Parfum yet, but we'll see. But this is definitely in the top 5 in the line for me. And like I said, they have over a dozen, 15, 20 flankers at this point. I think it's solid. I don't remember what I gave it in the first video, but I do think it's very good. We're going to go with a 7.5 7.5 out of 10 because it has grown on me a bit. I want to say I gave it less than that. I want to say it was like a 6.5 in the first impressions rating for the video that I did last year sometime, but I've spent enough time with the decan at this point to where I bought a bottle and I like it a little bit more. It did grow on me. So yeah, it's very good. 7.5 out of 10. Well, that's the 3 kind of first impressions. Not really. Kind of a revisit, especially for the 2 Hermes flankers. I only smelled them once. So it was a revisit to a first impressions. It's not a full review because I haven't done full wearings on those fragrances. It was just one spray one time for each of them. With Chrome EDP, I've spent plenty of time. I could have just sat here and did a full review on it, to be honest with you, with performance and so on. But if you're interested in grabbing any of these, I'll have a link to Joma's shop down below. And be wary. I don't know, for some reason they didn't send me all my fragrances because I ordered Chrome Chrome Intense, and they didn't send it. But I mean, they'll remedy it. For some reason or another, they didn't. But until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Of these 3, what have you tried, and what do you think about them? Have you not tried any of them? Which one of these maybe sparked your interest, and maybe you feel like you need to get your nose on it? Let me know down in the comments. I'm very curious. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 3 fragrances and give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.